We are Luxury Crunch, an external consultancy group hired by yourselves, BMW, to comment on the credit crunch crisis within your company, but with the direction of providing conclusions on where the company is currently positioned and our personal recommendations for what could be implemented for the future benefit of your organization.
BMW Group is a global company ranging from cars and motorcycles to financial services. It started in 1922 when the first motorcycle was designed. The BMW Group now consists of BMW, Mini and Rolls-Royce motor cars.
I'm now going to look at Pestel to support our analyzing BMW. Along the various issues of Pestel, we believe that the political is the most relevant to understand the current situation that BMW is in. For example, governmental factors such as increasing of German VAT from 16% to 19% in 2007 would have the terminal effect on the economy, influence the overheads and profitability when trying to maintain a car business.
For the area of SWOT, we are focusing our intentions on looking at the internal and external element for the analysis of BMW. Ultimately, BMW is regarded as leader in luxury brand automobiles, and its reputation is worldwide, and in 2008 they won the Best Car Award. BMW need also consider globalization as a way to increase their operation, particularly by expanding into the Middle East or Far East competing markets.
Another theory we will use to analyse BMW is Michael Porter's 5 forces. In particular, we believe that the competitor rivalry force is most applicable as we want to assess the nature of competition. From our own conclusions, we believe BMW operate in a fierce, cutthroat industry, because there are a vast number of different car industries within the market, each of their own different customer markets and objectives. Overall, we believe that BMW's competitors are challenging and affecting overall profitability, and this has a bearing when analysing the organisation's performance in context.
What we are trying to determine is when the current credit crunch began and how it affected BMW. Initially, the current credit crunch began in 9th of August 2007 when the European Central Bank and the US Federal Reserve injected £45 billion into the financial market. The current credit crunch started as large organizations were spending large amounts of money they didn't have and investing in projects they couldn't afford. Banks are the most prominent example of large organizations that contributed towards the credit crunch, as they spent a large amount of their customers' money on stock and lending other banks. However, this in turn failed, as when stock depreciated, banks lost large amount of money. This then made banks scared of borrowing or lending money and helped towards turning the economy into a depression.
BMW would find it difficult to expand or get more capital in times of the recession, as they are dependent on the customers, the very customers who are suffering from the high unemployment and less disposable income. Financial institutions such as banks would also be concerned to invest in BMW, as the recession means low economic growth and would contribute to the reduced sales. This situation would scare banks, as the chance of them making a return is lower than when in a period of boom.
To give effective recommendations, we are using the Competing Values Framework, a theoretical tool designed to analyze an organization's work structure and the culture of getting work completed, through looking at how management use the necessary resources available to complete necessary business objectives. Before we give recommendations to BMW, we believe that it is important to understand where they are currently positioned, and to do this, we will be using the Competing Values Framework.
We believe that BMW are currently supporting the rational goal model. This is because they are still very much geared towards maximising their output, and by doing so trying to be at the top of their market. However, in the current time of recession, we believe that being in the rational goal model isn't an effective way of combating the credit crunch. We have looked at the internal and external problems that BMW are facing, such as fuel shortages and the mass unemployment, but from this we conclude that BMW need to adopt an open systems model. An open systems model can show us that BMW need to be innovative. We also believe that the most innovative idea would be collaborating with other car manufacturers, especially in the time of a credit crunch. Collaborating would promote growth and the sharing of ideas. All car companies will be struggling in a recession because of the effects this will have on consumers. Collaborating can consolidate two companies' finances into one, and the strengths of one company can help the weaknesses of another. Overall, by collaborating, you are getting two companies that will be expanding and growing together with a greater possibility of beating the credit crunch.